Hey, 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 we are live, y'all. And all right, so I'm super excited about being here. This is Knolly Williams, the business healer, and this is the 3 hour workday live. Okay, live, 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 and in living color, y'all. So today, what I want to talk about is the reason why you keep failing and what to do about it so that you can succeed. The reason why you keep failing. So what I've committed to do, I'm Knolly Williams, the business healer. You can call me Uncle Knolly. I've launched multiple 6 and 7 figure businesses over the years, and I do that while working 3 hours a day. And what I've committed to do here on my lives, which I do every Friday. Right now, today, I'm in Austin, Texas. We're actually at a little cafe spot. Josie's in there with some friends of ours, and I'm just about to place my order. But before I do that, I said, hey, let me go ahead and do our live for the week. So what I'm committed to do here is I'm committed to sharing with you the specific strategies and tactics that I'm using to generate multiple 6 figures working just 3 hours a day. And in fact, if you're like most of us, you're probably either you're working on your taxes, or you already have your taxes completed, or you're avoiding doing them. one of those. But I just looked at my 1099s, and again, I have 3 businesses that are all making more than 6 figures, and I'm working 3 hours a day. And when I teach that and share that with a lot of my students, I find that many of my students, or some of you, actually probably the majority, 90% is about the number of you have blocks. You're not hitting those. You're not hitting that success. And so let's talk about what that reason is. Why are you not hitting it? Well, I used to think it was just because you didn't have a big enough why. So I would have people that would say, okay, my kids are my big why. That's my big why of why I'm going to accomplish this big goal. That's why I'm going to do 6 figures, or whatever it was. Or they would have all these different things about what their big why was, and they still wouldn't hit their goal. And so what it led me to understand was, well, wait a minute, maybe the big why just isn't big enough, for many. And for 90% of people, their big why is just not a big enough reason to succeed at a high level. So even though, and it could be for anything, like let's say you've been trying to lose weight, or you've been trying to get in shape, or you've been trying to hit 6 figures, or you've been trying to hit 7 figures for a while, and you're just not able to do it. There's something that's stopping you from doing that, and you want to do it with all your heart, but what is stopping you? Well, what I've come to understand is that there's a thing that we can have, and that 90% of entrepreneurs have it. It's called a success block. A success block, okay? A success block is a subconscious block that you have in your subconscious body that is not allowing you to achieve the level of success that you know you deserve and that you want. And that subconscious block is the reason why you keep failing. It's the reason why there's an oscillating pattern. It's the reason why there's feast or famine, or you might end up having a huge level of success and then you crash and burn. It's because your unconscious, your subconscious mind is not snapping into the reality, the belief that you have about achieving the goal that you have set. And so what has to happen in those situations is you have to, number one, you have to come to the realization that you do have a subconscious block that is preventing you, it's stopping you. It's not your fault. There's something in your life, it's in your way, that is keeping you from achieving that goal, that success. So step number 1 really is acknowledging and understanding that there are success blocks that we have. That is really 50% of the battle, is to realize that, hey, you have a little something in you that is blocking you, and then it's just to have that block removed. Okay, and so a lot of the training that I do, the coaching and teaching and training that I do, is all about block removal. Okay, because it's so important for you to have those blocks removed to get on to the next step, the next phase of being. And most of these blocks are in the subconscious. In the in the emotional body. Okay, because remember, we have a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual body. Most of the blocks actually happen in the emotional body. So a lot of my work is that I'm sharing with you is going to be to help you remove those blocks. Let me share with you something I learned, then I want to share a story, and then I'm going to jump back in this cafe over here so I can enjoy my little meal here. I want to share with you something I learned this week that goes right along with what we're talking about right now. So this week I learned that the system is not the answer, okay? So I'm a systems guy. You know, I love systems, processes, and there's so many, everybody needs a system, okay? So the way that I'm able to work 3 hours a day and have multiple six-figure incomes is through a system. It's a process. It's actually a process that I teach. And this week I actually learned, I was talking to my coach Hank, and I learned that, you know, the system is the how-to. That's what everybody wants. They want to know, well, Knolly, how do I do it? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. And so that's what I teach. That's the majority of what I teach. But you know, the system is really not the salvation. That's not the savior. That's not the answer. The system, what the system does is it actually illuminates the blocks. So if I give you a system, a 7-step system, and you get stuck, then I see, okay, what step did you get stuck on? And now, all of a sudden, the blocks are illuminated and I understand where you need the most help. That was something I learned big time today. Another thing I've committed to do on these weeklies is I want to tell you what I've been working on. So I've been working on a boot camp that's actually going to launch at the end of this month, but I actually have a free training that leads up to it. And if you do want to be part of the free training, I just say it that way. Just go to knolly.live, 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 and you can enroll in the free training. We're going to hang out, you and I are going to hang out for about an hour and 15 minutes where I'll be able to share with you some big level ideas, big picture ideas, big picture concepts and strategies so that you can enjoy the 3-hour workday as well. So that's at knolly.live. I've got a free training that's coming up actually in about a week. So you definitely want to. If you're listening to this as a YouTube after the fact, guess what? We still got the live trainings and it's going to continue to be happening. Knolly.live, knolly.live. So I want to share with you finally a story. So this week I got to hang out with a good friend of ours. He unfortunately just had a heart attack. We invited him out. We broke bread together, had a meal, and he shared with us that actually he's a young man too, in his early 50s, and I think he's 52, and 80% of his heart no longer works. 80%. So he's only living on 20% of his heart. And what he shared with us was that he ended up with a blockage. Okay, a blockage, and that blockage is preventing his heart from working. His heart wants to work, but it can't work. Part of his heart died. And, you know, as I thought about that story, and as I listened to his story, it reminded me of many of you, and maybe even you right now, that there is a blockage. You know, you want to hit success. You want to achieve your greatness. You want to reach that goal, but there's something that's actually preventing you, and it's just a blockage. And you know, just like a doctor goes in and clears out that blockage, that's what I do. That's why I'm the business healer. I'm here to help you clear out those blockages and get on to your ultimate greatness. Hey, I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. And remember to like this video and share it with those that you love as well. Subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm going to be bringing a lot more great content for you as well for free. And then go to knolly.live, attend my live event, because I want to make sure that you understand these concepts in depth. And that's where you'll be able to hang out with me for an hour, hour and a half, and really dig deep. Okay, I love you, and I will see you on the next one. God bless.